Welcome back, boys and girls. Today we're going to continue our week of geometry and talk about polygons. Yesterday we talked about one type of polygon, a triangle, and if you remember, triangles have 3 straight sides, 3 corners, 3 vertices, and 3 angles. Before we go ahead and continue talking about polygons, a couple things. One, I hope you had a chance to watch the Brain Pop video introducing you to some polygons. And the second thing you'll need is your note sheet. So find your geometry notes, grab a pencil, and come on back. Okay, today we're going to talk about polygons. What makes a polygon? A polygon is a special shape. All polygons have 3 or more sides. All polygons have straight sides, and all polygons are closed. That's it. That's what makes a polygon a polygon. 3 or more sides, straight sides, and all the sides must be closed. So let's take a look at some examples. Here's our first example. Is this a polygon or not a polygon? You're right, it's not a polygon. It's not a polygon because these sides are not straight. It is not a polygon. Let's take a look at this one. Polygon or not a polygon? It's a polygon. It has 4 sides, so it's 3 or more sides. The sides are straight, and it's a closed shape. So this is a polygon. Okay, let's look at another one. Polygon or not a polygon? Yep, it's a polygon. It has 3 or more straight sides and it is closed. Okay, let's take a look at another. Polygon or not a polygon? Right, it is not a polygon. What's wrong with this one? It is not closed. It has straight sides, but it only has 2 and it's not closed. It is not a polygon. Let's try a couple more. Polygon or not a polygon? Look closely. You're right, it is not a polygon. What's wrong with this one? It has straight sides. It looks like it has 4 of them, but guess what? It's not closed. It is not a polygon. Last one. Polygon or not a polygon? You're right. It's polygon. It has 3 or more sides. They are straight for the most part, and it is a closed shape. So what makes a polygon a polygon? It has to have 3 or more sides. The sides must be straight, and the shape must be closed. All right, let's go ahead and get your geometry notes out and just add some things to our notes, and then talk about 4 basic polygons before we end. Okay, so grab your notes. I'm going to clear some space. All right, so let's take a look at our notes on polygon. Let's jot down what we now know a polygon is. It has 3 or more sides. The sides are straight. And it is a closed shape. Let's do some examples of a polygon. So whatever you draw, you can either copy what I'm doing or you can draw your own polygon. Just make sure it has 3 or more sides, it's straight, and it is closed. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the basic one that we did yesterday, triangle. And I'll make this next one have 4 sides. I'm just going to randomly draw one that has 6 sides. and that one has 5. So all 4 of these shapes are polygons because they have 3 or more sides, the sides are straight, and it's closed. Let's jump down to one type of polygon. We're going to skip the next one that says quadrilateral. So let's jump down to square. Okay? A square is a type of polygon that has 4 sides. Let's also make a note that those sides are equal in length. They are equal sides. Now because, let's draw a square here. Do your best to try to make it look like all those sides are equal. A square is unique because it has 4 right angles. So yesterday we talked briefly about angles. So where 2 sides meet at a vertex, they form an angle. When it's a perfect corner, like that, we called it a right angle. So a square has 4 right angles. So let's make a note of that too. So it's a polygon with 4 sides, equal length sides, and let's also just add 4 angles. Okay, let's move on to rectangle. Rectangle is also a polygon with 4 sides. But when I draw my rectangle over here, you'll notice that all 4 sides are not equal. Only the opposite sides are equal in length. So let's make that note. Opposite sides equal. If you want to put the equal sign, that works too. Opposite sides are equal. So that's the difference between a square and a rectangle. A square, all the sides are equal, and a rectangle, only the opposite sides are equal. What do you notice about these angles at the corners where the sides meet? It's just like a square, isn't it? So a rectangle also has 4 right angles. I didn't write that before here. 4 right angles. Okay, let's move on and talk about the next one. At any time, if you need time to catch up with writing, hit pause before we continue. All right, let's move on to the next one. It's called a pentagon. This is a polygon. See if you can guess how many sides it has. It is a polygon with 5 sides. If we were in school and we were playing with color tiles, we would probably put, pattern blocks. We would probably put the triangle and square together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a pentagon because it has 5 sides. It doesn't need to look like this. As long as it has 5 sides, it's a pentagon. We could do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It still has 5 sides. So as long as it has 5 sides, it is still a pentagon. So go ahead and do your pentagon. 2, 3, 4, 5. Polygon with 5 sides. All right, let's go to the next one. This next one is a hexagon. You're probably familiar with this one. It is a polygon with 6 sides. And again, it doesn't need to look like this shape. As long as there are 6 sides, it is still a hexagon. This is what we call a regular hexagon because this is what we think about. This is what we think of when we think of hexagon. But as long as it has 6 sides, it's a hexagon. So let's go ahead and draw an example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hexagon. Okay, so there are 4 examples right there of polygons. Just to summarize what we did, we talked about a polygon being a shape with 3 or more sides. The sides are straight and it is closed. A square, rectangle, pentagon, and hexagon are all examples of a polygon. Actually, flip your paper one more. I think there's an octagon on the next side. Yes. Let's do one more before we end for the day. Octagon. You might be thinking of a stop sign when you think of octagon. An octagon is a polygon with 8 sides. And then as long as it has 8 sides, it's an octagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's it for polygons. Tomorrow we'll talk about a special type of polygon called a quadrilateral. Have a good day.